Biceps femoris. So with the biceps femoris, this begins our hamstring group. So we're going to see that we have 3 different muscles that make up our hamstrings, and the biceps femoris will be the main one of those. So if we look at the term biceps femoris, biceps means there's 2 heads, which we'll look at in a bit, and then femoris just tells us where it's located. So our hamstring group together is on the posterior thigh. More specifically, our biceps femoris, it spans the posterior lateral side of the thigh. So let's look at the origin, insertion, action nerve, and we'll talk about it a little bit as we go. So first, the origin, we said it's got biceps in the name, so this muscle actually kind of splits into 2. So its origin is actually 2 different points. We have the long head, which just means it's the longer of the 2 muscles here, is the ischial tuberosity of the pelvis. The short head is the lateral lip of the linea aspera. So again, biceps just means that this muscle splits into 2, and we're going to see where it actually comes together, and that's at the insertion point. So the insertion point is where after the muscle comes together, it attaches at one single point. So here, the long head and the short head have the same insertion point, and it's the lateral aspect of the head of the fibula, as well as the lateral condyle of the tibia. Now, something else unique about the biceps femoris is because it has these 2 heads, they span over different joints. So for example, the long head spans over the hip and the knee. So its actions of the long head are actually going to be hip extension and knee flexion. The short head of the biceps femoris only crosses the knee. So with that in mind, it can't do anything at the hip, so it only does knee flexion. So again, those actions for the long head is hip extension, knee flexion. For the short head, it's knee flexion only. Then we look at the nerve. So we actually have some differences here as well. So the long head of the biceps femoris is innervated by the sciatic nerve, and it's the tibial division. Then the short head is innervated by the common fibular, or else known as the peroneal nerve.